Hello, Papa Tom here. We just want to thank you for visiting my channel. Ask that you subscribe if you like my content, to like, hit the button down below to get reminders. My content is kind of all over the place. It might be me just having a talk about something that's on my mind, or I might be trying to show you something, um, but it's kind of a mixed bag of things. Leave your comments below. If there's a topic you want me to cover, feel free to ask me to do that. I do ask that comments be kept kind and courteous. I do this just for my enjoyment and also to hopefully help others. You take care and God bless. Hi, Papa Tom here. Papa Tom's Thoughts. I want to welcome you on my channel today. Just want to ask you, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, like and subscribe to this channel, and I appreciate it. So one of my followers asked that I do a video on making a first aid kit. Now you can go out and buy a first aid kit for $20, $30, or you can get the really good high dollar ones for $40, $50. But what I'm going to talk about today is just some basic ones. I've got 2 or 3 examples of ones I have here. Here's a little pouch. I don't even know where I found the pouch that I've turned into a little first aid kit. I've got a fanny pack here. It's a first aid kit. And then I've got a backpack here. It's a first aid kit. Now, first of all, I just want to address these packagings. First of all, you have to identify what you're going to want your first aid kit for. You don't have to go buy anything. I went downstairs and I found some different bags. There's just a shoulder bag. Here's a old backpack that one of the kids had. And even here's a lunch bag that the kids had. You just turn it, whatever you have, you don't have to go buy something fancy. Some of the preliminary things I like to have, number one is almost every first aid kit I have some kind of a light. I like actually getting these little headset lights like this so that if you are having to work on somebody, you have a light that you can work with and you free up your hands. Also, I like you're going to need some kind of tape, medical tape of some sort. I like elastic wraps in case you sprain an ankle or something like that. Of course, lots of just basic band-aids and maxi pads, best for like trauma type situations or high bleeding situations. Some kind of scissors, and all that stuff is stuff I pulled out of this little kit here. Got band-aids, tape, elastic. Great for like if you just want to throw it in your glove box of your car. It also has like some Q-tips, cotton tips. Something else you might consider putting in your first aid kit is like a little fire starter kit of some sort. I've got a video in my system there. I'll see if I can link it. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, of how to do that kind of stuff. But like for us, sometimes we'll just take an old empty prescription bottle, get some cotton balls, soak it in Vaseline, put them in there, and then have a little deal of matches, and then you light the match onto the cotton ball, and that gives you a good fire starter, and you can start. So basically, you always want to start with band-aids. Make sure you got lots of band-aids in your kits. They can be the actual band-aid style, or like here's No Brand. Also, I like to have larger pads, not just the maxi pads like the female, but just larger pads for like if you're going to have some trauma of some sort. Like I said earlier, tape, which is really good. I'm opening up my, this is just a fanny pack I picked up years ago. We keep this in our camper most of the time. It's a little more in depth. We do have some heat pads in it. Again, more Band-Aids, tape. Also have some polysporin in there. Put that on the wound to help keep it from getting infected. Basically what you have to do is you look at what you have available to you, what you can afford. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. Again, more Q-tips. I like that for like if you're also a little notepad of some sort. This one has a little bit of saline solution that you can get at any drugstore. I like this because you can clean out, like this is a saline for nose, but you can also rinse out eyes if you get something in your eyes. I have a little bottle of off. I have a little bottle of hydrogen peroxide in here. Again, whatever you can afford. The hydrogen peroxide helps clean the wounds a little bit. This is a little more in depth. It's got more scissors and stuff, but I've got lots of dressings, big dressings, besides just the Band-Aids and stuff like that. I'm big on women's feminine pads because they have a high blood absorption rate. They can really help with major traumas. Also always have some kind of pen or something like that, or pencil. This one does have fingernail clippers in it. It all just depends on what you think your needs are. Actually, it looks like I need to add a couple more things. This one here doesn't have a light, so I got my spare light here. I'll put it in there. Again, what you do is you find a bag. Let's say we're going to use this lunch bag right here. Okay, we're going to look around the house and see what we might already have in the house. Do we have some Band-Aids? Okay. Right back and grab something here. Now, since you probably don't want to take up the whole box of Band-Aids, throw them in your kit, you probably want to grab yourself a little Ziploc baggie or plastic thing of storage of some sort. Grab some Band-Aids. Put them in the bag. Put them in the bag. You can put different Band-Aids, whatever you think. Maybe you want to put some gauze in there. Maybe you want to put some Q-tips in there, whatever you want to do. Then you put that in your bag. Now, maybe you want something that, and you should also always have latex gloves in all your first aid kits of some sort, so you don't, if you're working with somebody else, that you're protecting yourself. Elastic strap bands. This one here is, again, I'm getting out of this little bag here. It's amazing what you can get in these little bags. You know, if you have one of these laying around, fine. If not, it's not a game changer, but they are nice to have. Tape, always need tape, so we'll throw that in here. Okay. Like I said earlier, some kind of a light of some sort. Throw that in there. Now this is my big one. It's a huge one. And in here, I actually have whole boxes. Now this is set up for, we do camps for kids. And so we always need lots of this kind of stuff in there. But, and we also carry like Tylenol. But actually for a wrap, something I really like to get, and you can get them at pretty much any pharmacy. It can be used as a tape and a wrap at the same time. It's elastic, it wraps around, it ties on, it gives you some support, as well as can act as a dressing in itself. Really like those things. Other things that, see if I can find it here. is splints. Again, I've got more wraps in here. This one has a box of matches in it. Like I say, this one's set up for major issues. This is a bottle of fire starter. It's just a plastic deal with, like I told you, the cotton balls with Vaseline on them in here. Works really slick for starting fires. This has hand soap in it. This also has, because like I say, we have a lot of kids, we also have allergy stuff and Advil in here, just to have that little extra. But it all depends on what you can afford and what you have. This has got a Lanacane spray, just something that you can spray on a wound to help keep the antiseptic, keep it clean. Main thing on when you're dealing with a first aid kit is have ample amount of, and then splints. There is what's called a SAM splint. You can order them online. I'm not sponsored by them, but anyway. Back years ago, I was on volunteer ambulance. These are kind of nice because they're pre-padded. They got little aluminum plates inside them, and you've got a pretty good splint. But you don't have to go that route. Get some cardboard, cut it out into different shapes and sizes. You can fold it up, and then go right in your kit. So you've got at least a little bit of a splint in there to help you with that. You can also take, I've used coat hangers, I've used different things to make a splint. So it's just completely up to you. But always, you can never have too much different sizes of dressings. You always need some kind of tape. You should have some kind of a paper pencil system so you can write things down. So if you do CPR, if you have a CPR mask, I would put one of those in there. That's the triangular ones. If you have to do CPR, that way you're prepared. And again, always have some kind of latex gloves or something in your kit so that if there's something does happen, you are covered. All my trucks have a first aid kit in it. Pickups, our camper has one. This is primarily the house stuff here, as well as just our boxes. Our boxes of the stuff that we have in the house. We got them everywhere. But it's always funny, you think you know where they are. When I went to find these, I had a heck time finding our big one here. It was where it was supposed to be, which is what was strange. I didn't think it would be. So hopefully this kind of gives you some ideas. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. Just look around. Another thing is, if you have some old sheets, cut them into triangles about 3 feet or about 1 meter wide. Cut them into triangles, fold them up, put them in there. They work. They can either be a dressing. They can help sling your arm. They can help tie your arm. There's a lot of things you can do with them. There's some old pillowcases, something like that. Make a triangle. I've got these elastic bands here, so I don't need them so much, but that works really good. You don't have to buy anything. Just find something that you can do that. Use your imagination. What have you used in your first aid kits that's worked? What are some thoughts you have? If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll be glad to respond to you. Hey, remember, you are loved. God loves you and I love you. Have a great day and be safe out there. Bye for now.